excited about is here in Charleston, there's a cold front moving in. Temperatures will be in the 60s. I moved here for warmth. No, thank you. But I am excited about the chance to let you bring home $500 tonight before you head out on the town. I'm your host, Sydney Ryan. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sydney Ryan CHS. And don't forget, the Q is also on social media. You can click that follow button and stay up to date on all of the action. Today is Friday. You know what that means. The Qsters, that's you guys. You got us all 12 questions today. You've taken the time to email trivia to submissions@theq.live, and you can still do that for future Friday shows. Thank you to Kate, Marianne, Valeria, Bill, Mark, Tina, Patrick, Christina, Sarah, Tom, Labique, Frank, and all of you who sent trivia in. This show is hard. Get your thinking caps on. A special announcement also this Sunday at 6:45 Eastern. That's halftime for the Rams 49ers game. Hang time. They'll be hosting a very special halftime trivia game with the Q, so do not forget to download the Hang Time app at half.theq.live. Again, that is half.theq.live, and give yourself a shot at the prize. Back to tonight's game. Again, we have $500 on the line. Who will take it home? You know how it works. There are 12 questions in the game. You have 8 seconds to answer and 3 choices to pick from. The questions range from easy to expert level. Seriously, you guys have some tough trivia tonight. Get the questions right. You advance to the next round. Make it to the end, and you win cash. If you do get eliminated, don't give up. You can keep playing for points on the leaderboard. And to sweeten the deal, we offer free lives if you refer friends. To sign up for the Q, both you and your friend will receive a free life for use on questions 1 through 9 when they sign up with your referral code. But remember, you can only use 1 life per game, so use it wisely. Okay, enough about the rules. Let's get to the trivia. $500 on the line. 12 questions, ready or not. Here we go. Question number 1. Who wrote The Hunger Games? Was it J.K. Rowling, Suzanne Collins, or Stephanie Meyer? You've probably read books by each of these women, but you can remember which of them wrote the novel that started it all with Katniss, Peeta, and the whole crew. That's right. The answer is Suzanne Collins. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, of course. I mean, how could you forget that? And Stephanie Meyer wrote the Twilight novels, although I never really did get into the whole vampire scene. Anyways, we have 1,873 of you still in the game. Let's keep it moving. Question number 2. King Henry VIII broke away from the Roman Catholic Church so he could divorce Anne Boleyn, Jane Grey, or Catherine of Aragon. He's the guy who started the Church of England, aka the Anglican Church. The Catholic Pope said nope when he tried to divorce his first wife. So he said, well, I'm the king, so I'm going to do what I want. Well, that's the SparkNotes version, at least. He broke away to divorce Catherine of Aragon. Maybe saying it was his first wife was a hint, or maybe you're just that good. And by the way, Catherine of Aragon she's pretty strong. She went through the deaths of all but one of her children, and she also refused to recognize Henry as the head of the church, and she championed women's education. Look her up sometime. She's very interesting. Moving on to question number 3. What is the capital of Fiji? Is it Suva, Sigatoka, or Savu Savu? To be perfectly honest, I'd be okay with jetting off to any of these cities, but only one takes the crown as the capital of Fiji. Do you know it, or are you taking a wild guess? It is the city of Suva. Here's a little fun fact for you. Fiji's made up of more than 300 islands, but only 1/3 of Fiji's islands are inhabited. It's a whole lot of land left virtually untouched. But all right, let's change gears here and talk about one of my favorite subjects, and probably yours too. You know it, I know it. Food. It's time for some French cuisine. Question number 4. The fine herbs of French cuisine include parsley, tarragon, chives, and fennel, dill, or they're renowned by chefs across the globe, so all my sous chefs playing tonight, you better get this one right. Although I'm sure they all contribute to delicious dishes, only chervil is the fine herb in French cooking. It's sometimes referred to as French parsley and has a mild flavor. It's used in a lot of eggs. So next time you want to spruce up your omelet, try adding this to the... Right now, time for a little pop culture for Q5. Question number 5. What was David Bowie's real name? Smith, Copperfield, or Jones? Changing his name to David Bowie was more than just a simple stage name for him. It allowed him to take on one of many personas that he was known for throughout his career. And I guess David Bowie has a little bit more pizzazz than David Robert Jones. Looks like we have some serious Bowie fans in the house today. Life on Mars. I love it. Great job, you guys. You're already at the halfway point. If you get this next one right, you're coming along to the second half of the game. Hang in there. We're taking it back to food. Thank the Lord for a second. Question number 6. Which ingredient is traditionally found in red eye gravy? Is it tomatoes, coffee, or whiskey? Its other main ingredient is fat cooked from ham. You add liquid to it, and then this ingredient and a few others, and boom, you have yourself some red eye gravy. Do you know the other main ingredient? It's a little bit odd. It's coffee. And if you plan to try some this weekend, be warned, it's definitely an acquired taste, so be prepared just in case. I gotta say, I didn't think liquid fat and coffee are the move for me, but to each his own. 431 of you aced that one. Let's move on to Q7. Question number 7. The very first person to receive an Academy Award won which category? Best Picture, Best Director, or Best Actor? He was the first winner at the first ever Oscars in 1929, nearly 90 years ago, and his name was Emil Jennings, and he won it for 2 films, The Last Command and All the Way of Flesh. He won the very first Oscar for Best Actor. Alrighty, 263 of you might be taking home an award of your own tonight. A couple hundred of you got out on that question. You're only 5 questions away from the end and still going strong, so let's stick with the film industry for a second. We're going to head to the cartoons, the better types of films. We're staying in the 20th century again for this next one. Question number 8. What was the first cartoon produced specifically for TV? Was it Dudley Do-Right, Crusader Rabbit, or Rocky and Bullwinkle? Maybe you remember this one from back in the good old days. It could have been your go-to after-school program or Saturday morning cartoon. Premiering at the end of the 1940s and into the 1950s, I'm talking about Crusader Rabbit. That one knocked out quite a few of you, but 312 are still bulldozing your way to the end. Seriously, you are too good. I hope you know your sports as well as you know your French herbs and cartoons, because this next one might shake things up a bit. Question number 9. Which 1988 college football game was dubbed the Earthquake Game? Was it Alabama, Texas A&M, Louisiana State Auburn, or Notre Dame, Michigan? This team came in with an upset victory that had the crowd cheering so loudly that it registered on a seismograph. Those are some seriously dedicated fans, and it happened in the final moments of the 1988 Louisiana State versus Auburn game. Tigers versus the Tigers. Seriously, can you imagine if you were in those stands? The noise must have been deafening, but what an awesome experience. I can never say no to a football game. 304 of you may have been there yourself. Nailed it. And now you're on the way to double digits. Let's keep this party going. Question number 10. What was the first state to enter the Union in the 20th century? Was it Oklahoma, Nevada, or Arizona? Again, we're looking for the state that joined in the 20th century. That's the 1900s. Which of these lovely places could it be? Get the answers in because time is running out, and the answer is Oklahoma. They were the first to join in the 20th century in 1907, and that question certainly went okay for 182 of you Qsters who really know your history. We are just 2 questions away from that $500 prize. We're up to question number 11, and this one it's pretty insane. I'm not going to lie, so let's get to it. Question number 11. The World War II era SB-29 Super Dumbo was a version of the B-29 aircraft, sometimes modified to carry photo gear, survival kits, or lifeboats. I hope you know your military aircrafts like I do. I'm sure the Qster who sent in this one does. Only a few of these had this modification, and if you don't know it, just try to take a guess. You might just get it right. The Super Dumbo was sometimes modified to carry a lifeboat. Okay, that was a hard question. I'm seriously impressed that 37 of you did get it right, but almost 190 of you got out in the semifinals, but we still have one more. That $500 prize, this is the championship. Let's get to the final question. Number 12. On July 1st, 1997, what did the UK hand over to China? Was it photos from the Titanic, Hong Kong, or a fleet of warships? If you all got that last question right, then I know you'll ace this one. It was a big moment in history, and it only happened a little more than 20 years ago. In this year, the UK handed over Hong Kong to China. A job very well done to the 88 of you who won this insanely challenging round of user-submitted trivia. The Qsters have some insane knowledge. Congratulations again. You are taking home your fair share of the prize. And if you need another shot at the money, be sure to join us again on Sunday for 2 chances at the money. Hang Time is taking over at halftime during the NFL game between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers this Sunday, October 21st, 6:45 Eastern. Download Hang Time. And don't forget, at 8:30 Eastern Sunday, we also have Survivor Mode, where one winner will take home the entire cash prize. Until then, don't forget to follow us at the Q Trivia on social media. It's been a blast as always. Have fun, have an awesome, safe weekend, and I'll catch you later.